in the last session we started with how to read the images. Now we are continuing the reading of the images in the number of from the folders, number of images, and also how to prepare the data set. Now we have used in the previous case we have used the matplotlib library for loading the images, right? So in this we have to go with the Python image library PIL because in any image data set the images will not be in the uniform size. Maybe it may be in the 512 by 512 or 512 by 200 or 250 by 270, like that. It may be with different sizes. So we have to resize them into uniform sizes, meaning that all the images should be in the 32 by 32 or 250 by 255. Depending upon the complexity of the problem, we have to decide what is the size. In our questions, generally we will go with in the basic analysis of the images, we will go with the 32 by 32 or 28 by 28. So we have to resize. That resize option is not available in matplotlib library. So of course, indirectly we have, but instead of that, better to go for the another library, that is PIL. From that, how can we load the images again, and then how can we resize them? Let us see. See here, I am from PIL import image. You can observe the difference image here. There we have taken that IM read image and IM read. So image we have taken with a small letter, and here there is a capital letter PIL, from PIL import image, and IM equal to I'm taking image dot open. There we are using IM read. Here we have to use open. Open of, we can give the path of the image. See here in the squares, of course you can give the shapes, and inside the shapes you can give, so that if you see the image, if you display the image, IM format, IM dot format, which format it is reading, and what is the size and what is the mode we can display. So see here, the format is PNG format. It has taken the PNG format, and the size is 28 by 28, and the mode is RGB mode. So if it is the grayscale mode, we will have the black and white image, but it is in the RGB mode. So 3 layers will be there, 3 layers. Now I'm just seeing that how many directories are there. So from that we have to take the number of images. Now see here, list dir of shapes. Of course, shapes, inside that there is another directory, shapes. Even if you execute this, you will get the same circles, squares, and triangles. From the images, inside that images, I want to give shapes slash again shapes slash, so that we are going with the circles. Inside the circles we have number of images. Now I want to read all these files in a systematic order. How can we take that? For that I have given one method. Instead of directly going into that method, first let us see how to take the directories and files, list of files, and then how can we read each image and how can we append, that we will see that later. First of all, I want to see that, see here, whatever we have given, yeah, I want to take this first. L1 equal to, I'm taking this and I'm taking one more cell. L1 equal to os.listdir of IM path. What is this IM path? That IM path is this one. I have taken this. Okay. So I am replacing this with this. So I have to give that in the quotations. Now let us, it is not the Kaggle. I have to go with our directory up to shapes. We have to give this directory, have to give this path, yeah, and I want to display L1. I'm just displaying L1. So if you see that there are three directory names. Now what I want is from each directory, how many names, how many directories are there, how many files are there, we have to verify. So for that, I can write a loop. See here, I can write a loop. That is what I am doing here. Simply, I can give that for I in L1. I'm just printing. Print I. So if you see this, what it will be do? What it will do? In L1 we have these three. If you give this, it will display. In I, every iteration, the directory name will be taken. Now I want to display inside the directory what are they? I want to display that. So that for inside the circles we have number of files. I want to display those. So that inside the loop I am writing another loop for j in L1. I think it is in, yeah, we have to give this directory. I have to add this directory to that image path. So what it is, what we have taken, I think this is the path we are taking, so that we have to give within quotations. I want to give this complete plus within quotations. Okay, already slash was included, so we need not give the slash. I want to append I, so that we can get the names of the files. So with a complete path will be given. So let us display print j, right? Oh, we have to take one more thing. Actually, it is taking the each letter. Now, what I want is L2 equal to. I have to take L2 equal to. I want to take one by one. I want to take this in the first, for everything we have to take that library from that particular directory. We have to take this, right? So L2 equal to, I'm giving os dot list dir of I'm giving this. Now let us display L2. Now you can see that you can see that in the circles, we have these many number of files, and in the squares we have these many number of files, and in the triangles we have these many number of files available. So we have to take each and every file one by one. So for that reason, what I should give is, here I have to take j in L2 is having the files, the file names. So L2, and then just print j. Now you can print j. Inside that we have the, for every file it is taking into j. So let us see this here. We can comment the L2 directly. Now one by one circles. So here from the first directory, inside the first directory, we have these many number of files, right? All these are the number of files available in first directory. And then in the second directory, that is in the squares, we have all these. This squares is available in I, and this the circles, squares, they are available in I, and the file names are available in L2. So please remember this. This is the iteration. Now instead of print statement, we have to give the read statement. We have to read that particular file, that image into img, and then we have to reshape it and then resize, and then we have to convert that into numpy and then add that to the data set. So for that, how we are taking is, I hope you understand. Here you can understand that we are writing the two loops. One is the outer loop, second one is the inner loop. In the outer loop, we are getting the directory names. In the inner loop, we are getting the file names, right? So inner loop, we have to write accessing of the processing of the image. Now we can see that. See here, load images. We are going with the load images. So def load images of im path. I'm defining one method. So inside that method, we are defining the empty list, that is the imgs, and labels for labels. Actually, you can observe that the directory name is the label. Inside the circle directory, we are having all the images of circles, and in the squares directory, images of squares are available. So we have to take each and every file and we have to store that in the numpy format into the imgs list, and we have to append the directory name to the labels list. So that is the idea behind this. So L1 equal to is that list dir of im path, and for I in L1 we are taking the image list in that particular, in each directory separately, and for j in L2, for each image we are doing this. C equal to 0, this is optional, we are not using this, we can comment it. And img equal to image.open of im path. What is that im path? Im path is whatever you are passing, that is the im path. In our case, the image path is this one. OneDrive, inside the OneDrive, desktop, and then finally I have to add I. Okay, so this is the issues. This is the path I have to pass, and from that im path plus I, we can give that im path plus I. So that for the im path, whatever you have given, in the first iteration it will append the circles. In the second iteration, it will append the squares. In the third iteration, it will append the triangles. And then inside this, I am reading the image. See here, L2 is having all the list of image files, image file names inside the particular directory. First iteration, in the first outer iteration, it will take the circles. In the second outer iteration, it will take the squares, and so on. So see here, I am taking the image img equal to image.open of im path plus I plus I am giving the j also, so that it will take the particular image that will be taken and it will be displayed. Now let us have the small experiment on this. Instead of displaying the j, let us display this. Instead of display this, let us display plus I and plus j also. Let us display this. How it is displaying? It is displaying the complete path, right? Instead of that, actually there is no slash after the circles. So we have to add the slash also. Because of that reason, we are adding the slash, and then plus. Now execute, you will get the complete path. So this you can open like we have opened in the previous cell. See here how we have opened like this. We are opening each and everything in the iteration. So we are writing the same thing here. So img dot open of im path plus I plus j. Im path is having our path OneDrive slash desktop slash and so on. And that image I am resizing inside this inner loop only. Please see the indentation. Img equal to img dot resize of 28 by 28. If you want to convert that into 32 by 32, give 32, 32, and so on. Now in this I want to convert this image into L because it is having the 3 layers RGB. I want to convert that into grayscale. To convert that into grayscale, we have to use the L. Okay, this is the symbol for converting into grayscale. For this situation, you have to understand up to here only. L means it is having so much of concept behind this in the image processing concepts. So you just remember that L is for grayscale, converting into grayscale. After converting that, we have to append this image to the IMGS. We have taken the IMGS as the empty list. We want to append that to the. So IMGS dot append of. What I want to append? I want to append the image. Simply if you add the image, if you append the image, the PIL object will be appended to the images. I don't want PIL object. I want the NumPy object. I want to add the NumPy object. Because of that reason, I want to convert that np.array of img I am giving. If you give this, the 28 by 28 image will be 28 by 28 NumPy array will be generated and that will be appended. Now I don't want to append like that. I want to make it as the flatten. I want to make it the complete image into flatten, meaning that in the single row instead of 28 by 28, I want to convert that into single row. So 28 into 28 is the 784 values. So I want to get 1 by 784. To make that, we have a method called flatten in the NumPy, so that I am calling that function for each image which is converted into ND array. After that, I am appending that into IMGS. So in the every iteration, the image will be converted into flatten array, and that is appending to the IMGS list. After that, label. I want to add the label. What is the label for this particular value? For this particular image, the label is the directory name. The directory name is maintaining in I. The directory name is maintaining in I because it is the in a outer loop. In the outer loop, we are maintaining that in the the directory name. So we are converting and we are appending that directory name as the label for this particular image. First image read and append the label also. And then second image again append the label, again third image append the label. So we are doing this, we are appending two things, IMGS and labels. This is the input and this is the output. So we are appending, and then after completion of this process, I want to delete that image. So I am deleting that image also, and then return np.array of. I am converting again the images. Actually IMGS is in the form of the list. I want to convert that into array and returning the array object and label. Label is the list. As it is label list, I am returning. Okay, after that, I am just calling load images of, I am just sending the path where the directories are available, and I am calling, I am returning, and it is returning two objects. One is the IMGS object and label. So I am taking them into X and Y. X comma Y equal to load images. The returned values will be stored in X and Y. Now I am seeing that X and Y shapes. X shape and length of Y, because there is no shape object, there is no shape attribute for the list. So I am just executing the now see this, it has taken all the images and the data set was created for X and Y. So in this session I have given the idea about how to prepare the data set from the iterative directories. So if you have some more iterations of the directories, some more nesting level of the directories, you have to add one more loop. So you have to be careful in that you should be able to read the images from the directories one by one, and you have to process it. Right. We will continue that this concept, how to build the model and how to train it, and then how to predict the labels. That we will continue in the next session. Thank you.